We are back here at Conestee Park for Game 2 of this afternoon's doubleheader against the Paine College Lions. The Bruins just were clicking on all levels there in the first game, getting a 6-1 win, a much-needed win, but now we got a chance for another one. Mackenzie Ritter on the mound for the Bruins today in this game. Mackenzie Ritter, junior from Moncks Corner, South Carolina, comes in with an 8.17 ERA and 25 innings pitched. He's going to be facing the exact same lineup from the Lions that they've had the past couple of games. Here is the starting lineup for the Lions. Again, Denny Daza playing shortstop, Caden Wilcox batting DH, Dominique Page right field, Joel Malone catcher, Krishna Batista first base, Camilo Martinez third base, Ravion Alexander the speedster playing center field, Pablo Rivera in left field, Vladimir Lemos second base, and Emmanuel Martinez gets the nod pitching. Bruins lineup is the exact same except for the fact that Stinson Draper gets the nod at catcher for this second game, giving Cody Kirkpatrick just a little break. It's hard to catch 2 straight games in a sun like this in full catcher's gear. So Draper's behind the plate, Mackenzie Ritter's on the mound, and we have the same lineup for the Bruins. Lance at first, Gonzalez at second, Bain at shortstop, Burke at third, Zay Brandt left field, Ramsey right field, and Walker in right field, and Ramsey in center field. First pitch from Ritter, great start, is a strike to Daza. 1-1 count. I will say, going back down to the dugouts between games to get the lineups, Bruins were alive and ready to go. Definitely have a higher morale due to the win. That's a little blooper. Easy catch for out number 1 by Cam Lance. And on the other side in the Lions dugout, they were not too happy with their performance in Game 1, largely in part to the absolute show that we got from Joshua Legnard. 11 strikeouts, only 1 run allowed. He was dealing, and there is no sense of stopping him. Already 1 down here in the top of the first inning. And that throw from Ritter is above Caden Wilcox. That one's grounded to Bain. He gathers. He does get a little bit, goes away from him, but he gets the throw there in time to first base. 2 outs now, 2 up, 2 down. Great start for the Bruins defense here in Game 2 of this doubleheader. Dominique Page now up. Off-speed pitch, doesn't quite find the zone. 1-0 count to start this at-bat. That's in there for strike 1. Great pitch by Mackenzie Ritter. Another great pitch by Ritter. He's 1 strike away from going 3 up, 3 down here in the top of the first inning. The 1-2 to Page. Page fouls it off, stays alive. Still 1-2 count. The 1-2 again. In the dirt. First block of Draper's day behind the plate. The 2-2 from Ritter, looking to get out of the inning early. Smash to right field. Walker's back on it and catches it. 3 up, 3 down. Great start from Mackenzie Ritter on the mound. The Bruins look to score first like they did in the first game, coming up in the bottom of the first inning. Well, it's only been one half inning, and I already hit my head on the tent next to me. Out of excitement, I have a very good reason to be excited because Bruins baseball is just fantastic today, and their offense looks to get things going. Riley Ramsey batting. On the mound today for the Lions, Emmanuel Martinez comes in with 30 innings pitched and an 8.40 ERA. He does strike a lot of people out, 43 strikeouts on the year, but the Bruins look to change that narrative, starting with Ramsey. Ball inside, 1-0 count. Riley Ramsey was part of the flurry of singles last game that scored 3 runs, proving that all you got to do is have one base hit at a time just to score some runs and get some offense going. Riley Ramsey now facing a 2-0 count, looking to do exactly that. There's a car off in the distance trying to show off. I'm not impressed. Good try. Here's the 2-0. That's a 3-0. Way to keep that inside. Riley Ramsey potentially with the take pitch here, but he might get the green light, especially early in the game. He does take it though. 3-1 count. The 3-1 from Martinez to Ramsey. That's a ball in the dirt. First batter is the first runner aboard for the Bruins. Good patient start from the Bruins offense. Evan Walker's looking to keep it going. Again, as I said last night, very common you see Ramsey and Walker both start on base, but it's just the Bruins' ability to capitalize on that where they have struggled. Third baseman Martinez playing in. Walker will not square to bunt. He will swing and miss for strike 1. Good cut, though, by Evan Walker. Ramsey leading off first. 0-1 count from Martinez. That's a ball inside. 1-1 count. Hope that you had a good relaxing time between the games. If you did have a snack pack pudding, I'd love to know. I did try to give that advice. That's ripped off the feet of Lemos. That gets away from him, and Ramsey's going to take third. Runners now at the corners to start this ball game off the hit from Evan Walker. Between games, I had the privilege of talking to what she wants to be called the team grandma. I referred to her as the windbreaker jacket lady in the first game, the one that called Cody Kirkpatrick's home run before it happened. And she's the biggest fan here today. She's cheering on the Bruins right now. If it wasn't for my voice, you'd hear her. Conley Burke now up. No outs here in the bottom of the first. Hits that up the middle, off the glove of Martinez. Makes Lemos' job easier. Ramsey comes in to score. And Burke gets on first base on the fielder's choice and gets an RBI. The Bruins are the first team on the board, 1-0. Great start again for the Bruins offense. In years past, it's been the Bruins offense that have kind of dragged them down a little bit, but this is not the case this year. This team can hit the ball and get on base very easily, and that has not been a problem all year. Here's Cam Lance. Looks at that one for strike 1, 0-1 count. The Bruins are honestly just a few defensive mistakes away from a winning record. In 7 games, I was told by Coach Morrison, that one's grounded to Lemos, 1 and 2 to end the inning. The Bruins do get a run on the board, score first, making it 1-0. We'll be back in the top of the second, and I'll explain more about the defensive errors. Back here in the top of the second inning, and as I was saying before that inning ended, I was talking to Coach Kyle Morrison before the first game, and he told me that there's been 7 games that the Bruins have had where they've held an at least 2-run lead with 2 innings left, and that they have lost in due to the defensive mistakes and errors. Their record, instead of it being 6-18, would be 13-11 if that wasn't the case. But luckily, the Bruins have plenty of time left to find the rhythm. They have another series here against Toccoa Falls next weekend with a chance for 3 more wins. That's hit up in the air. Cam Lance under it. Another easy catch for Lance to start another inning with an out. 1 down here in the top of the second inning. That was Joel Malone, who flew out. Christian Bautista now up, looking to be the first base runner for the Lions here in Game 2. Great start from Mackenzie Ritter. He hits that to Paine. Grunts after he hits it, trying to run through it, but cannot beat out the throw. And we're 2 up, 2 down here in the top of the second inning. Brings up Camilo Martinez. And the Lions are still seeking their first base runner. First pitch from Ritter. That's in there for a strike. That's in there for strike 2. 0-2 count early here against Camilo Martinez. Mackenzie Ritter still seeking his first strikeout of the game. Here's the 0-2. That's up in the air. Not in the strike zone. 1-2 count. Here's the 1-2 from Ritter. Grounded and goes foul. Count will stay 1-2. That ball will indeed roll in the field. So we'll have to take a quick timeout to get it off. Registration for Bruins camps is now open for the summer 2024. Take your game to the next level and learn from the Bruins coaches and players. Sign up today and take advantage of early bird pricing. That's at bjubruins.com/camps. The 1-2 from Ritter is in the dirt. 2-2 count now. Martinez looks to continue to battle. Here's the 2-2. Barely missed his spot. Ritter thought he had him. And it's full count. That ball could smell the strike zone, which today smells like burgers. Here's the full count with 2 outs. And Martinez battles back and is the first base runner for the Lions on the walk. Yeah, there's just nothing quite like being at a baseball park watching baseball with the smell of a grill just surrounding you. You can't really escape it. You're just smelling hot dogs and burgers all day long. It's the most American thing I can possibly think of. That's barely out of the zone for ball 1. Because like most of the games in like Japan or other baseball countries like that are all indoors. They don't have the outside sun or burger smell at all. That's outside for a 2-0. Ritter checks back Martinez. Count still 2-0 to Ravion Alexander, the speedster for the Lions. That's in there for strike 1, 2-1 count. Ritter looks to get back in the rhythm, 2-1. Ball outside, 3-1. Lions are not biting on that outside fastball, or else Ritter would be dominating this game because he's putting it on the money. Here's the 3-1. Off-speed pitch is a strike. Alexander does not like it. He tossed his bat before that ball was even in Draper's glove. Full count, 2 outs again against Ravion Alexander. The umpire will probably side with Ritter if it's a close pitch. Full count. Not quite in the strike zone. Ball 4. And Alexander will take his base. 2 straight walks by Ritter. Still 2 outs here in the top of the second. Pablo Rivera now up, the left fielder for the Lions. Runners on first and second now for the Lions. Paine keeping Martinez close at second. That's in there for a strike. Great pitch by Ritter. Check back to second. Almost got him. Made Martinez slide back. Very weird. He ended up perpendicular to the base path. If no one knows what that means he was about a 90-degree angle, facing the other direction. Because if he was parallel to the base path, he would be... I'm making it with my hands. I'm not entirely sure how to say. He'd be on the base path, facing the same way. Hard to explain. It's a 1-1 count, nonetheless. Not going to try to explain that one over the air. Drawing that mental picture is harder than I thought. Just take some 9th grade math and you'll get the point. The count's 1-1. 2 outs still here in the top of the second. Swung on and swung through by Rivera. Ritter's 1 strike away from getting out of this inning. Here's the 1-2. A Big Mac with some extra sauce. Mackenzie Ritter gets his first strikeout and gets out of the inning. Bruins head in to the bottom of the second with a 1-0 lead. Back here in the bottom of the second inning, Pablo Austin leading off for the Bruins. Quick time for Ravion Alexander to tie his shoe in center field. Austin, wow, that one might actually bounce back to me. Maybe. It won't. That's the closest one of the whole season. One count. I wish I had like a magic arm or something. Here's the 1-1 from Martinez. That clipped him on the elbow pad. And Pablo Austin will take his base. I'm trying to figure out, does the batter have to swing different, like at a different angle or a different speed to hit one straight back and high enough to get over the net? Like, because that one was high enough over the net and about 20 feet to my right. Like, how's the batter have to swing different for it to just come right at my face? Can't give you a math lesson on that one. I have no idea. Here's the 0-1 to Draper, getting his first look of the day. Hits that straight up in the air. Shallow left field. Alexander comes in on that from center field. Gets the first out of the inning. One down here in the bottom of the second. Sam Gonzalez now up for the Bruins. Sam Gonzalez, in a game against Paine about a month ago, had 5 RBIs. Looking to do something similar today. That's grounded, fair ball to third base. Martinez throws to second and throws to first. Gonzalez is saying that hit his foot, and honestly, I think it did. The umpires will have a conference. Gonzalez is walking his way back to home plate. And it is called a foul ball, and the Lions will make their way back onto the field. So Pablo Austin will make his way back to first. There's still one out here in the bottom of the second. I was wondering because when it was hit, Sam Gonzalez didn't really run to first base, which is very unlike him. So something was definitely up. I'm glad the umpires got together and got it straight. And we're back playing. 0-1 count. One down. Strike on the outside. Gonzalez thought about it. Didn't commit to a swing. 0-2 count now. Pablo Austin leading off first base. Here's the 0-2. Hits that, and that's through the infield. That'll be a single for Sam Gonzalez. Pablo Austin, the second base. And the Lions seem upset because they were just off the field with an inning-ending double play. But instead, they're stuck with one out. And now with 2 runners on. Good at-bat by Sam Gonzalez. Chad Paine, his first at-bat of the game. First baseman's very far in. Swings at that inside fastball for strike one. The 0-1 to Paine. High and outside. Ball one. Martinez delivering the 1-1 with 2 runners on, 1 out. Inside pitch. Ball 2. Encouragement from Team Grandma. Two-one to Paine. First pitch clock violation that we've seen, I think, here all season. Someone can confirm that. That's the first one I've seen, at least. Pitch clock violation on the pitcher. Counts now 3-1. Oh, and that hits him. Paine will take his base. And the bases are now loaded with one out. Here in the bottom of the second inning. Big chance here for the Bruins to blow this thing wide open. I don't know if you heard that on air, but Team Grandma told Zay to bring them all home. It is possible. He can do that. A big hit and a double might do it. That's a ball up in the zone. Emmanuel Martinez is not happy on the mound. Getting a little irritated with the umpire. Here's the 1-0. Bases loaded. Hits that in the right field. That's high in the air. That's going to get down, but foul ball. Dominique Page couldn't quite get there in time. Seemed very fast. I thought he was going to get there, but I guess the slight breeze may have pushed the ball away from him. Not entirely sure. Brandt now faces a 1-1 count. And that's in there for strike two. 1-2 count. Only one out here in the bottom of the second inning. Corners are in for the Lions. No doubt coming home on a grounder. Here's the 1-2. Brandt hits that to right field again and out of play. Brandt is battling Martinez. Here's the 1-2. Bases loaded. Fastball outside for ball two. Everyone's waiting. 2-2 count. Here it is. Brandt checks swings, and he did not go. Way to hold that bat back. Everyone was convinced on the Lions side, and it's a full count. A walk would score a run, but a base hit will probably score two. Here's the full count from Martinez. Swung on and swung through. Martinez gets Brandt. And there's now 2 outs here in the bottom of the second inning for Riley Ramsey. Best hitter on this Bruins team with the bases loaded. Scary sight for the Lions side. But there are 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. First pitch from Martinez is up in the air for ball 1. Ramsey has to find a pitch that he likes. And he just has to get the bat on the ball. Here's the 1-0 from Martinez. Ooh, big cut. Couldn't get contact. 1-1 count. Pablo Austin off of third, Gonzalez off of second, and Paine off of first. Martinez looking to get out of this jam. Here's the 1-1 to Riley Ramsey. That's a ball outside. 2-1 count. The 2-1 to Ramsey. It's another ball outside. Gets away from Malone. Austin's going to come in to score. Standing up easy. 2-0 ball game now. Chad Paine on second. Sam Gonzalez on third. All runners advance. And it's a 3-1 hitters count. Riley Ramsey is looking to do some damage here. Here's a 3-1 to Ramsey. In the dirt, past Malone again. Gonzalez will come in to score. 3-0 ball game. Runners on the corners. Riley Ramsey on first. Chad Paine on third. Riley Ramsey's been walked both of his at-bats. And now Evan Walker, who singled his last at-bat, looks to get another RBI. Evan Walker hit a home run last night. We know he has the power. Riley Ramsey leads off first. Malone blocks that one. Emmanuel Martinez making Malone's job pretty difficult behind the plate in the past couple of batters. Here's the 1-0. Foul tip back into the pad by Evan Walker, 1-1 count. Evan Walker, definitely one of the most outstanding freshmen on this team. Here's the 1-1. That's in there for strike two. Good pitch by Emmanuel Martinez. The 1-2 for Martinez to get out of the inning. Walker does not reach. 2-2 count. Two away. And swung on and swung through by Evan Walker. Martinez gets out of the inning, but allows 2 runs on wild pitches. The Bruins lead 3-0, headed to the top of the third. Back in the top of the third inning, Bruins have a 3-0 lead against the Lions. McKenzie looks to keep it going, keep it rolling against this Lions team. Ritter has been on fire so far today. No runs allowed. Starts this inning with a ball. 9-1-2 hitters up for the Lions this inning. Vladimir Lemos starts it off. He looks at 2 straight balls. Here's the 2-0. That's in there for strike one. Great pitch, 2-1 count. Misses on the inside. That looked good. Bothered Ritter just a little bit. Here's the 3-1. Just try to out-throw that a little bit. Goes high for ball 4. Ritter looks a little bothered by that walk. Hopefully he can recover for it. Leadoff batter is on. Now the top of the lineup is up. Denny Daza. He lined out to Cam Lance in his first at-bat. That's in there for strike one. That's what we want to see from Ritter. Coach calls on the umpire. They'll have a little meeting, not entirely sure about what. That meeting is over. Not entirely sure what they talked about. Trying to think of a problem that the coach would have. Ritter checks back Lemos at first base. That's strike two. Daza does not like that call. Looks back at his coach instantly. 0-2 count. Ritter ahead. Checks back Lemos again. Here's the 0-2 from Ritter. Barely fouled off by Daza, and then he hits himself in the head with his bat. That can't be safe. I mean, I know you're wearing a helmet, but man, that might hurt. When I hit my head on this tent with the headset on, and even that hurt. Here's the 0-2 again. Hitting the right field. Walker trying to get over to it, and that gets down. Lemos will take third base. Good throw from Walker, makes that really close. Wow. Walker threw that from deep right field and almost got Lemos out at third. That would have been crazy. But instead, there's runners on the corners now for the Lions. Still no outs here in the top of the third inning for Caden Wilcox. Last night in the situation, the Lions tried to steal, and the throw down the second was cut off by Sam Gonzalez to then throw home, but the throw was off target. The run scored, and the guy stealing from first went to third. It doesn't appear that Daza was trying to steal on that, so I think we're good from that situation. First pitch from Ritter was a strike. Daza on first, Lemos on third. Here's the 0-1 from Ritter. Hitting the deep center field. Riley Ramsey back on that. Lemos will tag and will score. Daza back to first base. One down, 3-1 ball game now on the sac fly from Caden Wilcox. Not a bad circumstance for the Bruins to be in. One down, runner on first. That's in there for strike one. Great pitch by Ritter. Ritter checks him back. Hoping he can keep those pickoff moves accurate. Here's the 0-1. Hit. Paine with the diving effort does not get to it. Daza will stay at second. And that's a single from Dominique Page. His first hit of the game. Runners now on first and second with one down here in the top of the third for Joel Malone. Joel Malone has a chance to get a run back on one of the wild pitches that he let go through his legs. Base hit would probably score Daza, but the Bruins look to limit that. First pitch to Malone is high and inside for ball one. Ritter probably wants Gonzalez or Paine to keep Daza close to second base. That was a sizable lead, and Gonzalez will now be near second base for a potential move, and there it is. But not there in time. Daza gets back. Good block by Draper. Two-0 count. In the dirt, another block by Draper. 3-0 count. Ritter's got to find his rhythm again. Limit this potential damage that the Lions could do. There's a strike. Here's the 3-1. Swung on to his knee. Joel Malone swings and is now full count. There's been a couple of major league players that hit home runs off their knees. Adrian Beltre comes to mind. But Malone did not do that. He totally missed the ball. Here's the full count. That gets away from Ritter. Bases are now loaded with one gone here in the top of the third inning. Christian Bautista comes up. Not the batter you want to see with the bases loaded. Bautista did struggle in the first game, striking out 3 times. So he's hungry for a hit. It's going to be a big one if he does. Let's see how Ritter treats him. Here's the first pitch. Down and away for ball one. Daza trying to get in the peripheral vision of Ritter on the leadoff since Ritter is going from the full windup. Hit. Cam Lance brings it home for out number 1. Excuse me, out number 2. Big play from Cam Lance to try to get that run out of the way, and he does. Ball game remains 3-1 on the fielder's choice by Bautista. Bases loaded still. 2 outs here in the top of the third inning. Force out everywhere. Just got to field a ground ball clean. And we'll get out of this inning. That's a ball to start off this at-bat to Camilo Martinez, who he walked last time. Here's the 1-0 from Mackenzie Ritter. In there for strike 1, 1-1 count. I would maybe just take a little peek at first base. Bautista's flat foot off of first base. There's a strike, though. Mackenzie Ritter is not worried about him. What do I know? Ritter 1 strike away from getting out of this big jam. Only allowing 1 run would be huge going to the bottom of the third. 1-2 count. Ritter delivers. Ball outside. Martinez does not bite. 2-2 count. Big pitch here. 2-2. 2 outs here in the top of the third. Mackenzie Ritter throws. Ripped up the middle. That will score at least 1. Ramsey will come and throw in, and 2 will score. That's a 2 RBI single. for Camilo Martinez, and this game is tied. One strike away from getting out with only allowing one run, but Camilo Martinez had some other plans. 3-3 ball game now, still not out of this inning, 2 outs. Runners on first and second. And a good block by Draper. Bautista leads off second. Martinez leads off of first. Here's the 1-0. Ball outside 2-0. Two-0 count. Down and out of the zone. 3-0 count. Gets away from Ritter a little bit. Bautista dances on second, but does not move. The 3-0 to Alexander. Up in the air. Ball 4, bases loaded again. Alexander now walked twice today. Coach Castile will call it a day for Mackenzie Ritter already. Turning to the bullpen, we'll have a pitching change, and we'll be back after the change is complete. Back here after the pitching change. New pitcher for the Bruins is number 21, Ryan Pierce. For his first pitch is a strike. Great start from Pierce. Put into a tough circumstance here with the bases loaded. For second pitch is hit up into the air in center field. Ramsey and Brandt both in on it. Ramsey grabs it for out number 3. They limit the damage to 3 runs. This game is tied 3-3, headed to the bottom of the third. Back here in the bottom of the third inning, Conley Burke leading off for the Bruins. Leads off with a single. First pitch he sees in between third and second base, or third and shortstop. Cam Lance hitting to a double play, and his first at bat is up, trying to get a little revenge to keep this Bruins offense flowing in the bottom of the third. So much energy is here at Conestee Park that I have shocked myself on our table at least twice. Not a good feeling. My hands are now sweating because of it, I think. That one's hit straight up in the air. Shallow center field. Alexander in on it. And he finally catches it because it finally comes down. Out number one. Lance wants that one back. Pablo Austin was hitting the elbow. His first at bat. One down here in the bottom of the third inning. That's up in the air for ball one. Gets contact right at Castile. And Coach Castile's prime is also through. Doesn't quite squeeze that one. He did knock it down, so at least that's a start. Oh, and the toss in the dugout was off target. Coach Castile might need some practice down there. Come on. All in love, Coach, all in love. Here's the 1-1. Big swing by Austin. Can't find contact. 1-2 count. Austin looks to battle. 1-2 from Martinez. Does not swing. Martinez says, my bad. It's a 2-2 count. Here's the 2-2. Austin strikes out, swinging. 2 down now in the bottom of the third. Stinson Draper now up for the Bruins. Looking for his first hit of the day. Flew out in his last at-bat, which was his first at-bat of the day. That's up, out of the zone, ball one. Here's the 1-0 to Draper. Off-speed pitch in the strike zone for strike one. 1-1 count. Conley Burke still leading off first base. It's outside for a ball, 2-1. Bruins look to avoid a quick at-bat here in the bottom of the third inning. Already 2 outs. Here's the 2-1 to Draper. He swings at that over the glove of Martinez. And Burke will advance to second. That's a single by Stinson Draper. Good at bat with 2 outs for Stinson Draper. Sam Gonzalez looks to do what he did last time. Hit a single last time, and another single would help. Kyle Prouse, basically the team courtesy runner, runs for whenever Kirkpatrick and Draper get on base, is now on first. Here's Sam Gonzalez. The first pitch to him. It's a ball outside. Gets away from the catcher. Conley Burke is on his way to third. Kyle Prouse on his way to second, and Malone is down. Looks like he's a little injured. May have rolled his ankle trying to get down on that. Athletic trainers out there to check on him. Definitely hope something big isn't wrong. maybe a cramp. That's what it looks like. Pretty common for a catcher to be catching two games in one day, especially under the sun that we have today. There's barely any clouds, maybe off in the distance. Look like to be some stratus clouds. Am I right on that? Not entirely sure. I am indeed not a Weather Channel man. I was just told I'm not a math guy. What do you guys think at home? I'm pretty sure I give some really good sound math advice and math lessons. Okay, I apologize. I can't explain what perpendicular means in simple terms. It's a 90-degree angle with the other plane, all right? Can't really do much about that. I wish you could hear more of this conversation. It's just kind of one-sided right now. Malone is back on his feet, hobbling back behind the plate. And looks like we're going to resume play, so maybe everyone will stop making fun of me. New situation here. Conley Burke on third base. Kyle Prouse on second base. 1-0 count. Sam Gonzalez still up with 2 outs here in the bottom of the third inning. A base hit from Gonzalez like last time would likely score 2 and give the Bruins the lead. What a clean swing, but that gets up in the air. Alexander's under it, looking for out number 3, and he squeezes it. And the Bruins' offensive threat is over. They don't get any runs. The score is 3-3, headed to the top of the fourth. We are back for the top of the fourth inning. Game is tied 3-3. Ryan Pierce on the mound for the Bruins. Vladimir Lemos leading off. He was walked his last at bat. Great pitch by Pierce. Pierce has a very simple pitch. Doesn't throw any extra body movements in there. He kind of just goes at it. Looks very calm when he pitches, and that's another strike. 0-2 count. The 0-2 count to Lemos. Soft grounder to Paine. He gathers and throws to Lance for out number 1. Lemos with some big speed does not beat out the throw. 1 down here in the top of the fourth. Denny Daza, the top of the lineup, now up for the Lions. It's 1 for 2 with a single and a line out. Ryan Pierce delivers. Great pitch for strike one. Swung through for strike two. Another 0-2 count for Ryan Pierce. Wasting no time, he delivers the 0-2. And that's fouled off. Out of play, 0-2 again. Here's the 0-2 again. Another pitch fouled off. Right above the net. Oh-2 for the third time. Another one out of play. Heads up. Oop. Evan Longoria, at least someone in a Longoria jersey could not catch that. Evan Longoria himself probably could. Made some really cool plays in his career. Oh-2 times 4. Here it is. And another foul tip. Denny Daza is getting his at-bats worth of pitches here. Pierce doing a great job still throwing strikes. Here's the 0-2. Shallow right field. Gonzalez back on it and can't gather it with the basket catch. And finally, after a long at-bat and 4 foul tips, Denny Daza gets on base. Caden Wilcox, his last at-bat had a sac fly for an RBI. Responsible for one of the 3 runs that the Lions have. I feel like that last play, Evan Walker may have been able to get to it coming forward. The over-the-head basket catch is always pretty hard, especially just telling where it's going to end up behind you. 1 out. From the stretch now, Pierce delivers a strike. High into the air to center field. Riley Ramsey, routine fly ball, catches it for out number 2. Denny Daza back to first base, 2 down here in the 4th inning. Dominique Page now, he's 1 for 2 with a single and a fly out. Strike 1. That was right down the middle. I feel like Page, if he swung at that, could have gotten something off the bat. But he looks at it instead. Here's the 0-1 from Ryan Pierce. 1-1. One count, 2 outs here in the top of the 4th inning. Score still 3-3. Pierce delivers to Page. Out of the zone for a 2-1 count. Zay Brandt is playing very deep in the left field. Probably about 5 yards from the warning track. Foul tipped. Right below Page, tosses it to Draper, who then tosses it back out to the mound to Pierce. Two away. 1 strike away from getting out of the inning. Pierce delivers. Out of the zone, forcing a full count. The full count. Daza takes off early. And that's out of play. Three-two count again. Daza will take off early again. And that's ball 4. And Dominique Page will take his base. Have to limit these 2-out rallies from the other team, especially through walks. Joel Malone now up with a runner in scoring position. First pitch to Malone is a strike. Pierce was looking at Daza at second base for a little bit there. Daza has had some pretty big leadoffs all series long. Gonzalez is there to keep him close. Straight up in the air. Oh, that's coming back. Oh, that's not going to get to me. Second row. Felt closer. I was literally reaching over the fence. You can ask anybody here. Luckily sadly my arm's not about 40 feet long. I'm ready. I'm ready for it. I want one. Show to the world that runners are athletes too. Here's the 0-1 to Malone. That's hit to Conley Burke, and he will just politely step on third base, and the Bruins get out of the inning. Score remains 3-3. Bruins look to get the lead in the bottom of the 4th. Bottom of the 4th inning. It's been a long day here at the ballpark. Plenty of sunshine that just drains it right out of you. I'm not saying the sun is bad. Well, if you're a ginger like me, it could be bad. Luckily, the only thing exposed to the sun is my hands, and they look pretty burnt. That's okay. Chad Paine leading off for the Bruins, facing a 1-0 count. Now looking at a 1-1 count. Emmanuel Martinez still on the mound for the Lions. Check swing, he did indeed go. Strike 2. Here's the 1-2 count to Chad Paine. Ball outside, 2-2 count. Ball inside, full count. That almost grazed Paine's knee. Here's the full count. Oh, and that actually hits him. That did not sound great. He's shaking up a little bit. That's the second straight at bat hit by a pitch, and the 9th hit by pitch of the season for Brant. Getting checked out by coach and the athletic trainer. I didn't really see what that hit. It looked like it hit his elbow, but it almost looks like he's struggling to stand up and see. We'll step away for a quick second while this gets situated. We'll be back in just a little bit. And just like that, Chad Paine's on first base. What a trooper. Bro gets hit in the elbow. Gets it wrapped up, and he's ready to go. Luckily, it's not his throwing elbow, so he might get back out in the field in the upper half of the 5th inning. Leadoff runner is on base for the Bruins. Zay Brandt now up. It's rare that you see a batter get hit by a pitch so many times as Chad has this season. Hit up in the air on the first base side, and Bautista will gather it for out number 1. Zay Brandt wants that one back, no doubt. Quick at bat, quick out for the Lions. 1 down here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Riley Ramsey, top of the lineup, now up again. He's been walked both of his at bats, still hungry for a hit. He's probably as hungry for a hit as I am for a hamburger. I've been talking about it all day. A McDonald's trip might be in my future. Here's the first pitch to Ramsey. Outside. People can say everything they ever want about McDonald's. I will still always go. The 1-0 to Ramsey. Back into the net. 1-1 count. One count. Outside for ball 2. Chad Paine leading off first base. 1 down. 2-1 count. Martinez delivers. Chad Bain slaps that to right field. That's over the head of the right fielder, and that'll be an Oppo Taco. Forget about a burger. That's an Oppo Taco home run for Riley Ramsey. The score is now 5-3. Bruins ahead. For that being an opposite field home run, that thing got out quickly. He must have made some insane contact with that. Now Evan Walker is up. Big cut from Walker, strike one. Have you ever seen someone hit the ball like Riley Ramsey? This man is still on fire. Trying to figure out when this is going to end, but I don't want it to. I mean, obviously, but the opponents definitely want it to end because this guy is hitting out of the wazoo. Unbelievable couple of weeks for Riley Ramsey. Another home run. Big cut. 3 straight strikes to Evan Walker for out number 2. Walker now 1 for 3 on the day. Conley Burke now up. 1 for 1. With a single and a fielder's choice. So he has gotten contact both at bats. Here it is. That ball is outside. 1-0 count. Two-0 count. 3-0 count. So he's faced a couple 3-0 counts this series. Swung at it last night. Took it this afternoon. Takes that one for strike one. Inside corner fastball. 3-1 count. That one's too far inside for ball 4, and he'll take his base. On base percentage still at 1,000 a day. Cam Lance hit the ball well yesterday and in the first game this afternoon, but is 0 for 2 so far. Hitting into a double play and flying out. Looking for his first hit of the game. 1-0 count. Martinez struggling to find the strike zone currently. Lance looking for a strike. Swings at that one, fielder's choice, easy out at second for the third out of the inning. The Bruins score 2 on an opposite field 2-run blast from Riley Ramsey. Score is 5-3, headed to the top of the 5th. Back here, top of the 5th inning. Bruins with the lead. Ryan Pierce still on the mound. Starts off with a ball low and inside. 1-0 count. Christian Bautista leading off for the Lions. 0 for 1 with a fielder's choice in his last at-bat. Off-speed pitch slips off the hand of Pierce. 2-0 count. That's in there for strike 1. The 2-1 from Pierce. Oh. Bautista called timeout. And now the 2-1 from Pierce. Off-speed pitch low. Does not find the strike zone. 3-1 count now. That one's hit out of plate. And we'll go to the parking lot. Full count now to start this inning. And that's a ball inside. Bautista will take his free base. As much as I do love McDonald's, they are not a sponsor. I will tell you, though, Chick-fil-A of Taylor's is, and they are a proud partner of your BJU Bruins. They are located on Wade Hampton, just a few miles from Bob Jones' campus. Check them out today. Will not be a bad idea. I might go after the game. That sounds like a good post-game meal. Chicken sandwich, now I'm talking about it, might be the move. There's still none down. Here in the top of the 5th inning, Bautista off of first base now. Strike 1 to the dismay of Camilo Martinez. He did not like that call. Hit to Paine. Paine cannot come up with it. Glove comes off. He does knock it down, though. Good effort, especially after getting hit in the elbow by a pitch. Runners now on first and second. Bautista on second. Martinez on first. Still none down for Ravion Alexander. Much needed out here. Bruins only up 2. Alexander squares to bunt, gets it down, and there's no one at first base. Gonzalez gets over there and does not get there in time. Good effort by Sam Gonzalez as Cam Lance charged. Bases are now loaded. None out here in the top of the 5th inning. Bruins must limit damage as best as they can. Corners will play in. Another bunt attempt. Are they trying to suicide squeeze? That would be crazy. It's not often you see that in college baseball, especially he's squaring the bunt. This is crazy. That was ball 2. If he does bunt, they're selling out at home plate. They're going to try to make the play. In order to do that, I feel like Bautista has to get a bigger lead off of third. Rivera to bunt again. Tipped into the glove, strike 1. If I was Pierce, I'd almost just toss it in there, make him bunt. I don't know. Because Bautista, to me, isn't getting far enough down the line to make this even close. as long as it's just an easy pitch. He will not square to bunt. That's high for ball 3. And now Pierce has to battle to avoid a walk for getting a run on the board for the Lions. (3-1) to Rivera. In there for strike 2. Full count now. Big moment here. A strikeout would be huge. Pierce delivers. Off-speed pitch high in the zone, and he will walk in a run, and there's still no outs. 5-4 ball game now. Batista steps on home. Noah Weaver, lefty pitcher for the Bruins, will head to the bullpen. And it looks like he might be warming up. Stinson Draper has a quick meeting with Pierce on the mound. Bruins still seeking their first out. Gonzalez and Paine join Lance and Burke playing in. On the grass, everyone is coming home. Lemos now up for the Lions. No outs. First pitch from Pierce. They do attempt a bunt. Flipped home for out number 1. He got him. The suicide squeeze did not work. Good gather and flip by Ryan Pierce. I had a feeling that's how it would work out. Bases loaded again, but there's one out now. Corner's still playing in. Middle infield playing back for a potential double play. Score is still 5-4. Denny Daza up. First pitch to him. Hit straight up in the air. Should be an infield fly. Burke's going to probably catch it anyway. He does. 2 outs now. Getting out of this inning, only allowing 1 run would be huge. There's an out anywhere. Caden Wilcox up for the Lions. Most important at-bat of the game for either team. This could result in a 6-5 lead for the Lions or keep it at a 5-4 lead for the Bruins. Pierce delivers to Wilcox. Out of the zone for ball 1. Here's the 1-0. Little too high out of the zone. 2-0 count. Alexander on third, Rivera on second, Lemos on first. 2 outs, 2-0 count. Pierce is delivering. Down in the dirt for ball 3. He has to try to battle back again to avoid walking in another run. And there it goes. This game is tied 5-5. Wilcox will come in or go to second, excuse me, and Ravion Alexander will come in to score. Ryan Pierce will stay on the mound. Noah Weaver will continue to warm up in the pen. Still 2 outs, bases still loaded. There's a strike that we want to see to Dominique Page. Need more strikes like that one. Here's the 0-1. Ripped into center field. 1 run will score. Oh, miscommunication on the base pass. Throw it to second. Throw it to second. Or throw it to 3. Get one of them. And only 1 run will get in on that instead of 2. I don't know why they held Lemos at third. I feel like he could have scored, but keeps the score 6-5. The Lions get the lead back. We're headed to the bottom of the 5th inning where the Bruins look to battle back. To start the bottom of the 5th inning, Bruins find themselves 1 run down now. That one's hit straight up into the air in the infield by Pablo Austin. Gathered by Denny Daza, wasting no time for the first out. Stinson Draper now up. One for 2, single and a fly out. And that hits his helmet, and he's not even phased. That's what helmets are for. I feel like that would at least hurt a little bit, but he looked like he just, got kissed by a butterfly or something like that. I'm not entirely sure. He just waltzed right down the first base, no problem. I would be down on the ground crying like a baby. Kyle Prouse running on first base for Draper. Sam Gonzalez up again. Flew out his last at-bat, singled in his first at-bat. 1 down here in the bottom of the 5th inning. That's a high pitch, but Gonzalez does get the bunt down. Sack bunt advances Prouse to second, but there is 2 outs. Hopefully Chad Bain can actually swing the bat comfortably. He was nailed in the elbow his last at-bat. Does have a teammate in scoring position. Prouse on second, representing the tying run here in the bottom of the 5th inning. 2 gone already. Martinez delivers to Bain. Swings that. That's a soft grounder to Martinez at third. Flips over to first. And Bautista does catch that on first base. That's a really fast inning. Really quick bottom of the 5th inning. We're headed to the top of the 6th. Score still 6-5. Back here at the top of the 6th inning. Just went on a little adventure on top of the shed. A little dirty up there. Hit foul to start this inning off. Ryan Pierce still on the mound for the Bruins. Play resumes. 0-1 count from Pierce. Ball outside. Bruins looking for as quick of a defensive half inning as the Lions just had. Well, there was a runner to get on. Prouse was on second. That was a very, very fast half inning. Straight up into the air. That's a good start. Evan Walker in on it. Wow, his hat stayed on his head. That's impressive. 1-0. One down here in the top of the 6th inning. Christian Bautista up for the Lions. Swung through for strike 1. The 0-1 from Pierce. That's a grounder to Gonzalez. Gonzalez gathers it, throws it to first for out number 2. It's a very good start for a quick half inning. 2 up, 2 down. Camilo Martinez now up. Singled in the last 2 of his at-bats. Walked in his first at-bat. Ball is up near Martinez's face. Does not hit him. 1-0 count. That's in there for strike one. 1-1 count. Here's the 1-1 from Ryan Pierce. Held on to that one a little too long. 2-1 count. Oh, there's our catcher, Cody Kirkpatrick, getting out on that with the speed. Two-one count after a little delay. Pierce delivers. And that does hit Martinez in the head. After coming close. That one looked a little bit more painful than when Draper got hit in the head. Was not quite a kiss of a butterfly. Still don't know what that means. But Martinez still on base percentage 1,000 today in today's game. Still 2 down here in the top of the 6th inning. Ravion Alexander up. He's also been on base all 3 at bats so far. 2 walks and a single. Smacks that to right field, but Walker is there and will catch it for out number 3. The Bruins keep the score at 6-5. They have at least one more at bat. Coming up in the bottom of the 6th inning, they look to get the lead back. Bruins are still down 1, 6-5 in the bottom of the 6th inning. Zay Brandt looks to lead off for the Bruins. Still looking for his first hit of this game. Strikeout and flyout. Martinez still on the mound for the Lions. That one looked very weird off the hand. Outside, ball 1. Here's the 1-0. Another ball outside, close. 2-0 count. Zay Brandt takes a deep breath. Knows he has to get on base, help out his team, win this game. He looks at strike 1. Here's a 2-1. Outside again, 3-1. Walk here would be very good. 3-1 to Brandt. Big swing. Full count now. Martinez against Brandt. Full count here in the bottom of the 6th. And Brandt gets the best of him and walks to first base. Leadoff walk, leadoff runner for this Bruins offense. And look who it is, Riley Ramsey. Opposite field home run, his last at bat. 1 for 1 on the day. 2 walks in his first 2 at bats. Again, I don't think there's a hotter hitter in baseball at any level. I mean, maybe Mookie Betts, but he's Mookie Betts. Looks at strike 1. Zay Brandt leads off first. Here's the 0-1 to Ramsey. Looks at that one high up in the air. 1-1 count. Center field's playing shallow. That's high in the air. Two-one count. Martinez delivers. And Ramsey hits that to center field. Alexander working his way back. Does not get enough distance on it. Alexander catches it for out number 2. Actually, no, out number 1. Here in the bottom of the 6th. Evan Walker singled in his first at bat, but has struck out both times since. Zay Brandt still on first base, representing the tying run. It's a 1-0 count. 2-0 count. Evan Walker's been hitting good all weekend. And this is definitely the biggest at bat he's had. Walker calls timeout. Here's the 2-0. That's inside. Almost hits Walker. 3-0 count. Castillo tells Walker to know his count. Most likely taking this next pitch. Here's the 3-0. Walker forces the bunt just to mess up the delivery of the pitcher. It's weird how a bat in the middle of your strike zone messes up the timing sometimes, but Martinez does not get messed up. 3-1 count now. Swings. That's a soft grounder to the shortstop. Does get the out at second. Good play by Denny Daza. Walker's on base with a fielder's choice. 2 down now here in the bottom of the 6th. Two-out scoring is not new to the Bruins. They've done it very well both yesterday and today. 2 outs now here in the bottom of the 6th for Conley Burke. Good pitch by Martinez. Strike 1. Walker leading off first now. That's a soft grounder to first base. Bautista takes it himself and kicks first base for out number 3. We're headed to the 7th inning. Bruins still down 1, but this game is far from over. Back here, top of the 7th inning, last inning here at Conestee Park today. Batters 8-9-1 for the Lions are up, starting with Pablo Rivera. Pitch is a little outside from Pierce. Team Grandma tells the team to think positive. Could not agree with her more. That's in there for strike one. 1-1 count. Pierce delivers the 1-1. That's in there for strike two. This would be a really big first out in this top half of the 7th inning. Pierce delivers the 1-2. Strike three. Got him swinging. One down here in the top of the 7th. Good start from Ryan Pierce in the 7th inning. Brings up Vladimir Lemos. Sack bunt to advance the runner, his last at bat. Doesn't find the zone. Ball one. The 1-0 from Pierce. Hits the back of the ankle of Lemos, and he'll take his base. So there's still one away here in the top of the 7th inning. Lemos is on first base. Leads to the top of the lineup with Denny Daza. Pierce cannot let that hip batter get to him. Needs to stay focused here. It's only a 1-run game. That's in there for strike one. Great pitch. Here's the 0-1. Hit up the middle for a single. Lemos is going to stay at 2. Solid contact by Denny Daza. That's his 3rd single of the game. Runners now on 2nd and 1st. 1 out here in the 7th inning. Caden Wilcox up. He was walked in his last at bat. This is almost a must-needed out for the Bruins defense. Breaking ball nearly hits Wilcox and gets away from Draper, but the runners stay. It's a 1-0 count. Need to see some strikes from Pierce. Here's the 1-0. Just like that, 1-1. Here's the 1-1. Into shallow right field. Lemos is going to come around to score. Here's the throw from Walker. Not in time. Score is now 7-5 on the RBI single by Caden Wilcox. Denny Daza makes his way to third base. Runners on the corners with only 1 out here in the 7th inning. And Coach Castile is going to call that a day for Ryan Pierce. Ryan Pierce put in some quality time on the mound. Just got away from him pretty quickly here in the 7th inning. Gets applause from the crowd. Noah Weaver coming in from the bullpen. We'll be back after the pitching change. Back from the pitching change, Noah Weaver put into another tough circumstance, similar to what he was put into yesterday. Bruins are down 2 now. Score is 7-5. 1 out, runners on the corners. First pitch is a strike. Great start from Noah Weaver. Best thing the Bruins can think of is getting out of this inning. Only down 2. Here's the 0-1 from Weaver. Check swing. Must have been in his own inning because I don't think that. Well, that's Page. I don't think Page swung. 0-2 from Weaver. First base is taking a big lead. Starting a pickle. Wow. And he's going to get all the way to third. Self-inflicted wounds. That's what we're talking about. Best idea in that situation is just have Noah Weaver step off and take a couple steps toward the runner to force him back to first instead of making the throw. Score is now 8-5. Lions player on the ground near home plate. Not entirely sure what happened. That's Denny Daza, the shortstop. And he'll get helped back to his dugout after getting a run scored for his team. Eight to 5 ball game now. The Bruins find themselves down 3 runs after another unearned run from the Lions. Caden Wilcox made it all the way to third base on that play. So now we have a runner on third, 0-2 count, 1 down. That's hit into the gap. That's going to score the run, making it 9-5. Dominique Page going into 2 and will have himself an RBI double. Good hustle by Dominique Page. Gets himself in scoring position. 9-5 game. Still in 1 out, Joel Malone is now batting for the Lions. Bruins have their work cut out for them, but it's still not over. They have another at bat. Here's the first pitch to Malone. Swung on and swung through for strike 1. Paine looking for the series win after winning last night's game. Second pitch is swung on and swung through again. Joel Malone finds himself down 0-2. This will be a big strikeout for Weaver. Weaver takes a look at Page. And that will be a pitch clock violation on Weaver. That's not the second one we've seen this game. 1-2 count. Ooh, Malone tips that one off. Stays alive. Count is still 1-2 to Joel Malone. Good block by Draper, 2-2 count. Weaver just has to keep doing his job throwing strikes. And he gets a strikeout, and Draper makes sure to tag him so he doesn't have to make the throw. And there's 2 outs here in the top of the 7th inning now. Brings up Christian Batista. One more out, and the Bruins are out of this inning. Lions have scored 3, making it 9-5. Ball's outside to start this at bat, 1-0 count. Cam Lance will lead off for the Bruins when they get back up to bat. That one gets away from Draper, and Page gets his free pass to third base. Two-0 count. Weaver looking for his first strike. And that's too low, out of the zone for ball 3. There's strike 1. Weaver needs more like that to get out of this inning. Here's a 3-1 from Weaver. That is hit out of play. Solid contact, but ropes foul right away. Full count, 2 outs here in the top of the 7th. To get out of the inning, grounded to Lance, gets the crazy hop and takes it himself. The Bruins finally get out of the top of the 7th, but not before the Lions put up 3 more runs, making it 9-5. Lions are 3 outs away from a series win. Bottom of the 7th inning, Bruins down 4. Before heading back into the dugout, one of the captains of this team, Chad Paine, had a very emotional speech, getting his team to hit the ball. Cam Lance gets contact, but gets the first out right away. Dominique Page chased that one down in right field, 1 down. Bruins down to 2 outs. Pablo Austin now up for the Bruins. Here's the first pitch from Martinez. It's a ball away. We had Joshua Legnard of our very own pitch a complete game win. And now Emmanuel Martinez for the Lions is trying to do it here in the second game. Here's the 1-0 to Austin. Up out of the zone, 2-0 count. Here's the 2-0 to Austin. Finds the down outside corner for strike one. 2-1 count now. Pablo Austin's got to get a base hit here. Here's the 2-1. That's down in the dirt. 3-1. Walk wouldn't be bad either. But I think a base hit will create a little bit more momentum. Here's the 3-1. Hits that one up the middle for a single. That's what we want to see. More of that. All it takes is one base hit at a time. Stinson Draper now up. Stinson Draper has reached base his last two at-bats with a single and getting hit by a pitch. All the Bruins need to get started. Martinez delivers to Draper. That's a good pitch for strike one. Here's the 0-1. Another fantastic slider for strike two. Draper must battle now. Pablo Austin leading off first base. Draper thinks about it but keeps that one up in the air for ball one, staying alive. 1-2 count. Gotta force Emmanuel Martinez to pitch as many pitches as we can. Maybe even tire him out a little bit. 1-2 count to Draper. Check swing. He did not go. That's a ball outside. That's some real wrist strength out of Stinson Draper. Here's the 2-2 in the bottom of the seventh. That one's inside. Stinson Draper's patience forces a full count. Big moment here. Bruins would love another base runner. Here's the full count from Martinez. And Draper, that's a full swing bunt. He might get to first. Martinez gathers. Oh my goodness. That throw to first base was literally at least 80 miles an hour. He fired that over, and it was on target enough to get out number two. Bruins down to their last out. Pablo Austin is on second now. The weight of this game now relies on Sam Gonzalez. First pitch to Gonzalez is a strike on the outside corner. 0-1 count. Here's the 0-1 from Martinez. Goes over the head of Gonzalez. 1-1 count. Bruins need a miracle here in the bottom of the seventh. The 1-1 from Martinez. That's hit into the air right field, and Dominique Page is under it to finish out this ball game. Paine College Lions come into Conestee Park and get a series win, winning 2 out of 3 against our very own Bruins. Bruins do split today, winning the first one, but the Lions come back and win the second. Next week's action includes Bruins going to Brevard College on Tuesday and then having another home weekend series against Toccoa Falls. I'll be here on Friday. I would love to see you here. My name is Trenton Goldsmith signing off. Good afternoon and good weekend, and happy Sunday tomorrow, Bruin Nation.